Let's go. They've got everything. Everything Caravan and Camping. They've got everything.
Great to have you with us with our Everything Caravan and Camping podcast, sponsored by ECCParks. My name's Scotty Hillier from Channel 7. Now, every week we are going to take you to an ECC Park destination around this great country of ours. We're going to get you there safe with our weight and towing masterclasses. We've got tech tips. We're going to chat with influencers as well as you, the listeners. We want to hear your questions, where you've been, what you're up to, something you want to know, something I haven't said, all of that. And every week we're going to chat to the greatest chef ever given an open fire at a set of tongs, none other than Harry Fisher from Fire to Fork. I'm pretty excited. Let's go. Come on. ECC, it's a 24/7 marketplace for all things caravanning, camping and 4x4. Now, with more than 10,000 products available from hundreds of popular brands, you'll find everything you need for your next outdoor adventure. Don't forget, subscribe to the newsletter and save a further 10% off the best brands, products and prices. They're only a click away. Come on.
Let's go. Everything Caravan and Camping.
It's that time of the podcast, Weight and Towing Masterclass, and we've got the master himself, Dave Lewis. How are you, my friend?
G'day, Scotty. How are you today?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. I've had a couple of days off. Had a couple of weeks off. I'm going well. Refreshed.
Yeah, it was good to catch up at the caravan show.
Yeah,
It was,
it always is,
great
mate.
Caravan show as usual.
Yeah.
Plenty of people around, plenty
Jason.
of exhibitors there.
Jason Plant, the team, Caravan in Queensland, do a great job. Plug, I'm ambassador, am I? Could be.
Yeah,
But,
I think you are.
And for people listening too, these caravan shows, and they go, should we go or not? If you're in the market to get a new RV or upgrade, it's the one location where you're going to have over 100 exhibitors under the one roof, as opposed to having to travel to Sunny Coast and Gold Coast. They're all there. So that's a little tip if you're listening and you want it. The caravan shows are the best. The industry ones.
Right.
Yeah, the industry ones run by
right.
Jason. Yeah, so he's...
Yeah, Caravan in Queensland run 4 a year, 2 in Brisbane, 1 on the Gold Coast, 1 on the Sunshine
That's
Coast,
right.
very well received. And part of what we do at the Caravan Show is the Weight and Towing Masterclass, as you know. And we mixed it up a little bit a few years ago. One of the presentations, we decided to do a loading demonstration. So the idea was to give the people that come along and sit and watch our masterclasses an idea of what happens when you start putting stuff in a caravan.
Lovely.
Obviously, every caravan will have a maximum allowable aggregate trailer mass, which is the weight of the caravan.
Yeah.
And the tear weight is the unladen weight. The difference between the tear weight and the aggregate trailer mass is how much gear you can put in it.
Ah.
So you can't just go loading all those coffee machines and, the air fryers and all this stuff in. You have a certain amount of weight that you can put in that caravan. And obviously where you put that weight in the caravan will affect the overall stability of the caravan. You know, most tandem axle 18-foot caravans these days will have about 600 kilos of available payload. So it's a lot of weight, isn't it, when you think about it? It's more than half a tonne.
Yeah.
But don't forget, we're probably putting 200 litres of water in it. So we're putting another 400 kilos of pots and pans and food and everything else that goes in it. Most caravans of that size that we weigh, people will have between 500 and 600 kilos of gear in it. And it adds up really quickly. Being part of the presentation we do with this, we have a lot of fun with it. We get audience participation in it. We have 14 items in front of us, in front of the caravan.
Yep.
And we say to people, what do you reckon those 14 items weigh? The only tip we give them is that my Weber BBQ weighs 16.5 kilos in a little bag.
Yeah,
we say, okay, what does the rest of it weigh? Most people will say 100 or 120 kilos. What they don't realise, there's 189 kilos there. What I'm getting at is people are probably underestimating the weight of things that they're putting in the caravan. So they might say, I'm going to put that Weber barbecue in, it weighs about 10 kilos, but it's more like 17 kilos.
Yeah.
So again, we've got to be mindful. Everything that goes in there weighs something. And as it all goes, this applies to your car as well. As it all goes in there, we can't exceed those weight limitations.
I was going to say, Dave, what about people that think, rightio, we can't put it in the caravan. Let's just load the back of the vehicle up. Let's just put
that's right.
a block in the car, then we've got it in the van, but that doesn't work either.
No, that's right, because we've got 6 weight metrics or compliances with the car and the van, and you've got to be compliant in each of them. The idea would be put all your stuff in a caravan, get it weighed professionally, just make sure that you don't exceed those weights. but you still got to be mindful about what you can put in. Like I say, 600 kilos of payload sounds like a lot, but you'll chew it up very, very quickly. When we used to travel overseas, where people are traveling overseas these days, it wasn't hard to put, you walk down to the airport with your bag, you would have 25 to 30 kilo bag. Yeah. If you're going around Australia for 12 months, potentially you've got about better than 50 kilos of clothes for two people. It all adds up.
Yeah, no, 100%. Very good tip, mate. That was fantastic. And we do it every week. Tell us how we can get in touch.
Sure, Scotty. Website, mobilecaravanweighing.com.au. Phone number 0477 897700. Give us a call, even if you want to chat about some problems you're having with your weights or anything like that. Happy to have the conversation. And it's all about road safety, mate. It's all about so many more caravans on the road these days. Yeah. It's all about making sure that we all stay safe on the road.
Good on you, Dave. We'll chat next week, mate.
Thanks, Scott. Talk to you next week.
Okay, that time of the podcast where we talk everything technical with my technical man, Charlie. How are you?
Oh, nice to be back, Scotty. Nice to be back.
Good to have you in the studio, mate. Mm-hmm. You love the sunny coast. You're just coming all the time now.
I grew up on the sunny coast.
Stop it, did you?
Where? I chose to move. I'm Noosa.
Oh, a bit posh, the old Noosa.
God's country, mate.
Yeah,
God's country.
Oh, at least you're that side of the bridge. I'm Markoola. Noosa's nice, but I didn't know you grew up on the coast here.
Yep, I grew up on the coast. We had a little place on Gympie Terrace.
Yeah, nice. But back to Brizzy.
Moved down to the guy. I chose to move away now.
Yes, so. It's busy there.
Yep.
Very popular. Mate, tech tips, what are we doing?
So this week we're talking probably one of those, it's not so much a must-have, but definitely a recommendation from my point of view, because it does come in handy, especially when you're going off-grid and off-road, is UHF.
Yeah, radio.
Yep, that's it, mate.
You know how many times, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but a car in front of you will have UHF, whatever, call sign, Big Bad Charlie Boy or Big Scooter.
That's it, mate.
And you don't have a radio to talk to people.
And also, if you're ever travelling in convoy, which is, if you're going off on a big trip for the first time, I definitely recommend doing that.
Yeah.
Because obviously then you've got people to lean on if something goes wrong or you need something
like
that.
VHF, UHF?
UHF. VHF is going,
that's crazy, mate. But okay.
So definitely, So obviously Oricom is one on Everything Caravan Camping.
Yeah.
And we got everything from your handhelds to your actual installed radio in your car with the different size aerials depending on what.
Okay, so the aerials come with it.
Yep.
Pop the big. Oh, okay.
So obviously you got the tall aerial when you want to do the big long distances over mountains and whatnot, and then you got the short aerial if perfect for convoys, perfect for medium range, and obviously it's not huge, so you can still fits below the bottom of your car, so you're not taking up too much height.
Yeah, and another thing with the radio too, and we chatted with the weight and towing guys, and I think they've spoke about this earlier, Dave might have, but people who sometimes get a bit worried about passing big trucks.
That's it, yeah.
But they're always on the radio, and they're more than happy if you say, hey, we're on the Bruce Highway, just a big truck, I'm behind you. They're generally happy to chat.
That's it, mate. And they've all, so I've been in trucks before, and there's generally two radios. There's one radio that you have on site or as a company channel, and they've always got the public channel open.
Yeah. And they're more than happy to, if you say anything coming or I'm going to come around you.
That's it.
Don't be afraid of them. They're more than, as I said, happy to have a chat with you, little bloke.
And especially on some of these big trips that I do, I love getting on the radio and just...
Yeah, because a lot of them are characters.
They are. And they all of a sudden you just start off a conversation and you laugh. All of a sudden you're laughing and next thing half an hour is blown black.
Yeah, exactly right. So there you go. We've spoken about the website. That's where you can get all the products. How good's that?
Yeah, mate. Everything Caravan Camping. Jump on there. Search your radios, and it's going to come up with everything you need.
Yeah, beautiful. Mate, we will be speaking again next week.
That's it, mate. Talk to you then.
Come on. Here we go. It's influencer time on the ECC podcast. We're going back. We chatted with this team earlier on in the podcast, and we're going to doing a little bit of a catch-up and see how they're travelling. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, 4 boys and a caravan.
Yeah, that's the one, mate.
That's the one, and we've got the, well, I shouldn't say the wife's not nearby. She's the better half. Big Bad Tom's talking today. How you been, mate?
Yeah, we've been really well, mate.
Yeah,
really
good,
well.
Good. Yeah, I guess let's start with, since we spoke last, where have you been? How's the travel been? How's it been travelling with the foot? Because a lot of people listening are going, wow, 4 boys, that must have been tough.
Yeah. Well, honestly, 6 years full-time travel with me, the wife, and the 4 kids. It's definitely a challenge, mate.
Yeah, I bet.
But it's been amazing. And last time we spoke, we were in the amazing Ely Beach. Absolutely love it up there. And we've travelled back down, basically went down as far as Ballina.
Yep.
in New South Wales, and currently we are back up on the Gold Coast.
Look at you go. And, mate, I guess people listening, travelling with the kids, I'm sure it has its moments, but overall, if you do a couple of things right, it's not so bad.
Oh, mate, absolutely. I've got to say, it's tough at first.
Yeah.
Small space, 6 of you in one van, but it's been one of the most incredible adventures we've ever done in our life.
Yeah.
The bond that we've created with the kids and just me and the wife together, it's been just been one of the greatest things we've done in our life. Mate.
Yeah, good on you. I can hear the passion in your voice, actually. And what sort of van were you in? Again, just to refresh us all.
Yeah, we've been travelling in our Leader Gold 25-foot caravan.
Yeah,
it's a quad bunk caravan.
Quad bunk, holy moly.
Yeah, she's a bit of a beast, but there's 6 of us living in it, so we use every inch of that space.
Yeah, I bet. And any little tips before we get into what you're doing now? I know you gave us a few, but you had your little routine. You gave all the boys a job to do, and that didn't change?
Yeah. No, it doesn't change, mate. They still all help out. So our set-up time is 7 minutes. Yeah. Honestly, with everyone chipping in. But the main tip is just to don't overpack. Just don't take all the bells and whistles. If you need something along the way, you can go and get it. But if you go crazy with taking everything, I can pretty much guarantee you'll only use half of it.
Yeah.
You'll feel cluttered.
Yeah. And you probably put yourself, Tom, over your weight limit as well, because as we all know, we do weight and towing masterclasses, and it's easy, especially with 4 kids. It would be easy to put way too much in.
Oh, mate, that's honestly. Back when we started at the start of 2018, there was no information about the weight. And, mate, I can guarantee we were well and truly over.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's a good point. That's a good point. Back in 2018 and anywhere beyond and a little bit after that, there wasn't the information there is now, was there? No,
there was nothing like it, not compared to now with especially guys that do the weight and mass class of the shows.
Yeah.
Mate, it's the best thing ever for people want to get out and travel.
Yeah, and I got an email there. What are the age of your boys? What age did you start with them? Or what age? They're all still there, and you've still got a wife. And how old are they now?
We're still all together.
Yeah,
we
that's
are.
a good thing.
Yeah, we had the oldest was 8 when we first left, and the youngest was so they were 8, 6, 4, and 2. Like the youngest was still in nappies when we left.
Yeah, and what are we? 6 years later? Can I add up 8?
Yeah, so we're 14, 11. 10 and 8.
Wow. So the little bloke, as you said, nappies, he's grown up. That's all he's known.
He's grown up in the caravan.
Yeah.
He has no idea what a house, he doesn't remember the house or nothing.
There you go.
Mate, he's had the most incredible adventures.
I was going to say, he's probably learnt so much more being out on the road with the fam than you would ever. Life skills and all of the above.
Yep, absolutely.
So, mate, but the new venture, you live, eat and breathe caravans, and to the point where you've now made it a business. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, last time we were up in Ely Beach, I received a phone call from someone wanting to open up a brand new caravan dealership in Chindra, New South Wales. So,
there you go.
So my name kept getting dropped to this guy, the Australian Caravan Centre, and my name kept popping up for them wanting me to open up a brand new dealership for them.
Yeah, wow. And you just couldn't, because you're not busy enough as it is, you just said, let's do that as well.
Yeah, we had a bit of a family meeting, and we're just like, I've been on the road for 6 years. Let's try something different for a bit. So we committed. So we said, let's pull up stumps for the next 6 months on the Gold Coast.
Yep.
And let's get this dealership up and running and see how we go and see how we settle in. Like, and that's the thing about our lifestyle. We're free to do whatever we want.
100%.
If this doesn't work out, we don't enjoy it, mate, we can take off.
You're on the road again, But it must be exciting for you. And I guess in your experience, the benefit for you, Tom, is that you've met that many people in different parks. You've seen that many different vans. You know what works and doesn't work.
Well, I think that's the beauty of it. Because I've got such a passion for caravans and caravan life and caravans in general. I've serviced them for years.
Yeah.
So knowing what customers want and what customers expect, it just comes naturally for me. Being a customer myself, I know what needs to happen. I know what needs to be done. So I'm setting up this dealership just customer service focused.
Perfect.
All that kind of stuff.
So give it a plug again. If people want to come and catch up and buy a van, where will you be situated again?
Yeah, so we're at the Australian Caravan Centre down in Chindra, New South Wales. Yeah. So it's 1418 Chindra Bay Drive in Chindra.
Look at you.
So it's the Northern Rivers. So it's a massive dealership. So come on down. and say, g'day, you want to have a chat? Come in, have a chat, anything about caravan, lifestyle, what to take, what not to take.
Yeah, and have you got once things get up and going, Tom, have you got a little back-burning trip you might be thinking, we'll throw the boys and off we'll go?
Yeah, well, this is one thing with me taking this position on is that I said, all right, I'll do it, but we're still got to go do some travelling.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible to go cold turkey.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I bet, especially your young one. He'll be going, what's this house thing? Dad, Mum, we need to get in the van. He'll probably sleep in the van in the yard anyway. Yeah, he's going there.
That's it. So our plans at the moment, we're still tossing up between whether we go a trip from east to west. So from Byron Bay to Steep Point, straight through the centre of Australia.
Good on you.
Or the other option we do is, I'm a bit of a distant relative, the explorers Burke and Wills.
Yes, I've heard of them. History wasn't strong, but yes, I know of them.
Yeah. So I'm a distant relative of Wills, so we're looking at possibly recreating that route from Melbourne up to the Gulf.
Good on you.
So we're looking at recreating that and doing a bit of teaching the kids all about that history.
Yeah, beautiful, mate. Now, have you still got your YouTube and Instagram and all that going for Boys in a Caravan?
Yeah.
Give that a plug.
Yep. So we're 4 Boys in a Caravan on Facebook and Instagram. So that's the number 4.
Yep.
Boys in a Caravan. And, we're still continuing to share our adventures, even though we're sitting still for the next 6 months.
Well, you're not really. I wouldn't call running a business sitting still, Tom. Come on. You're going to be bloody busy.
Mate, it is incredibly busy. And poor old Amy, she's having to school the kids herself as well. So
that's right, flat out. Hey, mate, look, it's great to catch up again. Good luck with everything, and I'm sure down the track we'll catch up again.
Absolutely.
Good on you, Tom. See you, mate.
Yeah, Scotty. Thanks, mate.
That time of the podcast, we catch up to the man with the open fire, the tongs, just with the apron, sometimes nothing under the apron. We never know. The great Harry Fish. How are you, brother?
Mate, it's like the old bush kilt, that thing.
Yeah, I love
the old apron.
The bush kilt. Oh, I love it. Just don't get him to turn around or bend over and pick up the tongs. But
absolutely not, mate. You don't want to see me stuck firewood.
Oh, now how you been, mate? How's the fam? All good?
Going well, mate. Going well. Yeah, the kids are going well, and it's nice to be home for a little bit. So, this is my downtime, really, because it's summer. So I'm super active in winter around big fires, but now is the more backyard grilling thing, which is exactly what I thought I'd run through a little recipe that I like to do in my backyard for mates and caravan parks and whatever.
Love it. Go for it, my friend. Go for it.
I thought we'd do some jalapeno poppers, and I'll give you a couple of varieties because I know that not everyone can take a punch in the face from a big jalapeno. So I'll give you the spicy and the non-spicy versions.
Lovely.
So the spicy version is you grab obviously a jalapeno and you cut that guy in half, scoop out all the seeds and stuff. And I always thought the heat was in the seeds. It turns out it's not. It's actually in the white. It's in the white flesh.
There you go.
The more of the white flesh you scoop out, the less hot it'll be.
Yep.
If you're feeling adventurous, get all the seeds and white flesh and just pat them down. And now what you want to do is once you've got that jalapeno in half, you fill it with cream cheese, just your normal Philadelphia cream cheese.
Yeah, yep.
And then you wrap it in a piece of bacon. I usually use like a streaky bacon, so it's got a little bit of fat in that. And then just chuck a toothpick through it. Now, I don't carry toothpicks, so I just sharpen a stick and chuck that through there. And then you just grill it. You just grill it till the bacon looks crispy. Once the bacon's crispy, everything else will be melting inside, and it's absolutely delicious.
Wow. And easy. Philly cream.
And easy.
A jalapeno, a little bit of bacon. Grill. Here you go, boys. Get this into you.
Yeah. 3 ingredients.
Oh,
so,
we love it.
And then if you're not into the spice, just use 2 pieces of capsicum. So you just get your Philly cheese, a little bit of capsicum, wrap it in bacon, same thing again. And it's just, that makes it a sweet treat. And it's not actually very spicy, but great for kids and stuff like that. That's a ripper.
Oh, that's so easy, mate. That is definitely going to get a run. In the Hillier backyard, leading into Easter or something, that will be a big hit. Oh, how good's that?
Good to hear, mate. Excellent.
So, mate, I've been chatting to you so often every week, so I know, just Google Fire to Fork, Harry Fisher, your Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and if you want to get your book, just jump onto the Everything Caravan and Camping website and you can get yourself a book there. How'd I go, Harry?
That's it, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Thank you.
Oh,
good to chat.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Let's go.
Now, don't forget to head over to the Everything Caravan and Camping podcast page, everythingcaravancamping.com.au. Sign up to the newsletter for your chance to win a $50 voucher to spend on the ECC Marketplace. And don't forget to catch up on all of our ECC episodes. You go to where you get your podcasts, or you can head over to everythingcaravanandcamping.com.au.
Let's go.
It's that time of the podcast where we feature an ECC park anywhere, whether it's here in Australia or New Zealand. And before we get Jason on, we're just going to remind people, and Jason, you can jump in here. You've just got to get online, everythingcaravancamping.com.au today, and purchase your ECC Parks, Family Parks, your travel rewards membership. And it's $30. So explain to me why it makes sense to get one.
It is $30 and it is so simple. It lasts for 2 years. I think that's a really key point. 2 years.
Yeah.
In your membership pack, you are going to get a third night free voucher. You can use it at any of the parks.
Yeah.
That will pay for your membership straight up off the bat.
Exactly right.
Then you go and use it, and you still use that membership around the country staying at holiday parks. But not only that, the rewards part of the card is amazing because you can go onto the Everything Caravan Camping website and you can buy products at a discounted rate. It is a store, an online e-commerce space that has thousands and thousands of dedicated product to camping.
No brainer if you're listening. So where are we heading, mate? I love this. Are we going New Zealand? Are we staying in Australia?
Look, I thought we've been to New Zealand a little bit.
Yes.
I reckon we should go down to the bottom end of Australia and go to a place called Geelong.
Oh, the great Geelong.
Let's go to Geelong.
Now, I have an affiliation with Geelong. My son studied there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, down in Warren Ponds, not far from Geelong. I think it's about 40 minutes. But I've got to say just quickly, and people that are listening, you need to go to Geelong. Being a passionate Queenslander, you know you just bag places, even if you haven't even been there?
Absolutely.
Geelong, AFL, all of the above, I just said.
They're fanatical about their AFL.
Till I went and visited Torquay, the Great Ocean Drive, went to a footy game, I am completely flipped. And I hate to say this, any of my friends at rugby league, the atmosphere at one of the games left even the state of origin for dead. We went to the G one Saturday. Oh, no, I've said it. But so Geelong, you're going to tell us where to stay if you want to go.
Look, Geelong's a great gateway to that Great Ocean Road. It's a great place to start.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're going to do it and you're going to tow your camping product with you, you're going to tow your caravan, why not start at the Geelong Surf Coast Holiday Park?
The Surf Coast, I'm assuming right near the beach.
Yeah, look, it's located about 10 minutes out of town.
Yeah,
and 8 minutes from Torquay.
Yeah, beautiful.
And so, you know, it's really centrally located to everything.
Yeah.
And you are at the start of the Great Ocean Road. So you can scoot along, you can go and see the Apostles, you can go and see some of those amazing beaches along that south edge of the Australian coastline.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sensational. And this park, look, it's got everything. It's got the games rooms, it's got the indoor camp kitchen, it's got pool, it's got the laundry mat. They've got a number of varied accommodation from motel deluxe cabins to your powered sites, your unpowered sites. Their pool in summer has got shade, which is amazing.
Nice.
Because it does get hot down there in summer.
Yeah. Here's a good question for you, being a park manager. How important is a good camp kitchen? Do you find a lot of people are cooking using their camp, might be sick of using their van or whatever they want to use the camp kitchen?
Oh, look, you're on the money, Scotty. And I think I had a guy a long time ago that I met, and he said, I travel Australia a lot, and he lived in his caravan. He had the money, he just kept on doing it, loved it. And he goes, I actually just turn up to book, and I drive past the front gate, and I look down the front gate, and this is a tip for everyone. This is actually a tip.
Yeah.
Look at the park from the front gate. Does it look well looked after?
Yeah.
Tick. Yeah. Yes. Go into the office. Is the girl at the front office friendly? Tick. Yes.
Yep.
Go to the amenities. Are the amenities clean? Tick. Yes.
Yeah.
And the last one is exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
Do they have the amenity for me to be able to use a nice camp kitchen? Tick.
Yeah.
So there you're 5.
Yeah.
It's the front door. It's how you greet it. It's the toilets. It's the
perfect
camp kitchen. Absolutely.
And ECC, I know you guys pride yourself on that.
Absolutely.
That's your checklist.
Absolutely. And when you turn up to a park that's got a brand on it like ECCParks, you're guaranteed that minimum standard.
Yeah,
so, you know, I know we've gone a little bit side here.
Where are we? We're in Geelong.
We're in Geelong, and you know what? They've got all those things.
Exactly right. Were they pet friendly? I don't even know if I asked you.
Yeah, they are pet friendly.
Yeah, nice.
And, it's just a great little place to go. And, you know, the one thing about this particular park, it's been operating since the early 1900s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tourists going
bit of history
there to that location, to start that Great Ocean Road, to do all those things. So,
wow.
You know, the beaches, they're just amazing.
Yeah, fantastic. And as we say every week, if you are looking at going that way, jump online, give them a call. You can just make sure that there is room for you to sneak in. And
Absolutely.
Geelong, go for a swim at Torquay. I remember going there in winter, freezing. It was cool. Take a little wetsuit in winter.
I get a lot of the Geelong people in winter come to Queensland.
Yeah,
so, you love Geelong?
Yeah.
Guess what? The Geelong people love Queensland in winter.
Love it. Good on you, Jace. We'll chat next week, mate.
Thanks, Scotty.
Well, there's another podcast done and dusted for this week. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. As per usual, I have an absolute blast chatting with everybody. But hey, we want to hear from you, the listener. So we want to know if we haven't covered something off, you've got a question in regards to safety, in regards to cooking, in regards to anything. You can even say, Scotty, you said that wrong, whatever. We want to hear from you. Send us an email, podcast@everythingcaravancamping.com.au. Be safe out on the roads. See you next time.
Come on. Let's go. They've got everything. Everything caravan and camping. They've got everything.